Now the next problem is about a pentagonal pyramid. So before reading the problem statement, let's understand what is the shape of the development of a pyramid. The problem is about pentagonal pyramid, but we will understand it by a square pyramid. This is a model of a square pyramid, right? And if we open it along by cutting it along any one edge, then how it will look like, that is what we are going to see. So basically this is the square pyramid, and now let me open it for you. So the shape will look like this. So we have cut the pyramid along edge A. Let me fold it again so that you can understand. If I fold it, it gives me a square pyramid. When I cut this edge and then if I open it, it gives me this shape, right? So let's see how to draw it. If you want to draw the development of a pyramid, then you have to first draw the front view and top view of that. So let's say in case of square pyramid, you will draw. So in case of pyramid, you will first draw the top view of the pyramid. Let's say if it is a square pyramid and this is the given position, so you will draw the square shape in top view. You will find the center of the square, that gives you the apex, and let's say we are giving notations like this, and this is point O. Then you will draw the front view of this pyramid. So let's say this is the front view. So this must be A prime, this must be B prime, D prime, this must be C prime, and this must be O prime. I am drawing a rough figure here just for explaining how to draw the developed surface. Now let's say we are cutting the pyramid along O prime C prime. Let's say we are cutting it along O prime C prime. So we will first draw a line parallel to O prime C prime with the same length. So I will take some horizontal projection from here, and I will draw a parallel line to this, and I will say this is O and this is C. Now using the compass, I will draw an arc taking center at point O and a radius equal to OC. So I will draw an arc like this, right? Now I will take this distance in the compass. I will set this distance, that is distance of the base edge. I will take C as center and I will cut arc on this already existing arc, so that gives me 1 point. Okay, so now I will connect this point to O with a straight line, and also I will connect this point to C with a straight line. Again I will repeat the same thing, take this distance, this point as center and arc, so that gives me 1 more point. Again this point as center and arc. So if I keep on repeating this thing, what I will get is the required shape. So you can understand that as this is a square pyramid, I have to obtain 1, 2, 3 and 1 more triangle. So that will complete the development. Here you can see, as it is a development of a square pyramid, we can see here we have 1, 2, 3 and 4 triangles. So these are the arcs which I have taken, right? So that is how we are drawing the development of a pyramid. Now let's go to the problem which we are going to solve. So this is the problem. It says a pentagonal pyramid of 30 mm sides and 60 mm long is resting on its base on HP in such a way that one of the base edges remains perpendicular to VP. It is cut by a cutting plane perpendicular to VP and inclined to HP at 45 degree, bisecting the axis of the pyramid. So we'll first draw the front view and top view of the pyramid, considering that there is no section. So as it is said that one edge should remain perpendicular to VP, I have kept this edge perpendicular to VP, that means perpendicular to XY in top view. Then I have drawn the pentagon. Then I have found the center of the pentagon, and that is nothing but apex. Initially we should draw everything with thin lines, so that is why I have represented these edges with thin lines. Then I will take projection from point O here, and that will give me the axis of the pyramid in front view. So whatever height of the pyramid is given, I will put that height on this line, right? So that is how I will get point O prime. Then I will connect this point to this point, this point to this point, and this point to this point. Basically these are the points which we obtain by taking projections from top view. So as we can see, this is A prime, E prime, this is B prime and D prime, and this is C prime. So once we locate the apex O prime, we will connect that point to all these 3 points, and that would give us the front view of the pyramid, everything with thin lines. Then we will introduce the cutting plane with the given condition. Here it is said that the cutting plane is bisecting the axis. So that is why we will first locate the midpoint on the axis, and then with the given angle we will draw the cutting plane line. Then we will give notations to the intersection. So this point is intersection of cutting plane with OE and OA both. Here it is A prime and E prime, that's why. So I am considering that point 1 is on A, so that is why I will first give notation as 1 prime. Then the intersection of cutting plane with B, right? So that is this point, so I will say that is 2 prime. The intersection of cutting plane with C, that means OC, so I will say that is 3 prime. Then again the intersection of cutting plane with OD, so that is same point as 2 prime, but it is on the back side, so we have to give notation, so I will say that is now 4 prime. And then again the intersection of cutting plane with OE, so that is also same point as 1 prime, but we have to give notation, so I will say that is 5 prime. So that is how this arrangement is obtained. So next what I should do is I should develop the surface of the pyramid, considering that there is no section. So as we understood, I will first draw a line parallel to this edge O prime C prime. Okay, and the important thing is here the true length of O prime C prime is visible, because OC is visible as a horizontal line here. This O prime C prime is a true length. Always remember that when we develop the surface, we have to draw the first line with true length of the edge. So here this is O prime C prime, so we will draw a line, this line, which is parallel to O prime C prime with the same length. So I have taken projection from O prime and C prime and the line. Then we have to take this point as center and this length as a radius, and then we have to draw an arc, right? So I have drawn this arc, and then next what we are doing is we are measuring this distance equal to the base edge length, this, and then we are putting this over here. So this point as center and arc, then that point as center and arc, that point as center and arc, and so on. How many points should we take? So remember that we have to draw 5 triangles here, so that way we can decide how many points we should draw. So after obtaining these points, we will connect these points with the point O prime with straight lines. So I am connecting this and this and this, so this should all be thin lines, and this, and then we will connect these 2 points, right? Similarly, we'll connect these 2 points, these 2 points, these 2 points, and these 2 points, right? So this is the development of the pyramid, given pyramid, if there is no section. Okay, now let's give notations. So we have to decide along which edge we are going to cut the pyramid. So here I am assuming that I am cutting this pyramid along the edge A prime O prime, right? So I will say this is point O and this is point A, and later I will give the notations in sequence. So A, B, C, D, E, and the last point would again be A. Now I have to just transfer these points to the particular edge. But now understand that this is not the case of straight projections, because in earlier cases where it was cylinder and it was a prism, we can take straight projections. In this case, what we should do? So let's see. So I will first transfer this point on edge OA. So I will mark this point over here. So this point is direct point, but we have one more edge OA. So we need to transfer this point to that edge as well here. So for that we have to use our compass. So I will take this O as center, this distance, and then I will transfer this point to this. So that gives me the point, required point. This is point 1 and this is also point 1, right? So now you understood how we are transferring this. So next we have point 2, right? So we'll transfer this distance, vertical distance, that means by taking horizontal projection to the line which is representing true length. So this line is representing true length, so we'll transfer it to that line. Then we'll use our compass. So I will take O as center, this distance, and I need to transfer this point to edge OB. So I will make arc on edge B here. And we also have one more point over there, that is point 4 prime, and that is on edge OD. So same distance I have to transfer on generator D also. So I will transfer it over here. Okay. So that gives us point, this is point 2 and this is point 4. So similarly we will transfer the remaining points. So once we obtain these points, we have to connect them with straight lines. So we'll connect this 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5 and 5 to 1 with straight lines, and we'll make the edges also with continuous thick line. So we'll make this continuous thick, this one, all the base edges as well as all the slant edges we'll make with continuous thick line. Sorry, yes, right? So this is the answer. This is how we are developing the surface of given pyramid, pentagonal pyramid. Okay, so next problem is also of pentagonal pyramid. Here the difference is, in the earlier problem, if you have observed, the cutting plane was not cutting the base. Here you can see the cutting plane was not cutting the base. Suppose some condition is given by which if you draw the cutting plane line, it is cutting the base also. So in that case, how to solve the problem, that we'll see quickly over here. So I have already drawn the required things. Now I will give the notation. So this is 1 prime, then this is 2 prime, then this is on base, right? So we can see this is on B prime C prime and D prime C prime both. So I will say this is 3 prime and again there is 4 prime because it is representing 2 points. Then again we will come back to OD. So this must be 5 prime and this is also representing 2 points because it is also O prime E prime. So we will say this is 6 prime. So these are the given points. Now as we did in the previous problem, we will transfer this distance to the true length line and then we will transfer it to the required slant edge on the develop. We have transferred the points on the edges. But now the problem is with these 2 points which are on the base. So for this we cannot take projection here, right, because it is on the base. So now how to solve this type of problem? So understand that for this we have to transfer these points to top view first. So I will take vertical projection of these points. I take vertical projection here and I will mark these 2 points on the base edge, particular base edge. So I can see that this is 0.3 here and this is 0.4, right? So now we know that this is the base edge, right? That means this and this both are of the same length. So if we want to transfer point number 3 over here, we have to first observe that on which base edge it is. So it is on BC. That means we have to transfer this point between B and C here. Now how to transfer it? Simply we have to use the compass. We will set point B as center and we will measure this distance B to 3. We will measure this distance B to 3, right? As we are taking center at B and then we are measuring distance of 3 from B, we will take B as center over here and we will make arc on this edge BC. Similarly, we will take C to 4 distance, C as center here and we will transfer it between C and D here. Okay, so that would give us this point which is 0.4 and this point which is 0.3. Now we have to connect these points with straight lines. So I will connect this 2 and this 2 with straight lines. Also I will connect this and this with straight line. Now we will make this with continuous thick line and this edges with continuous thick line and this portion will remain thin. That means we are removing this portion, and here also we can see that this top portion is removed. So this is removed. So basically now you have to develop this and then if you fold you will get this shape of the pyramid. So this problem was discussed just to explain if there is any point which is on the base, you need to first transfer it to the top view and then from there you can see the actual length, because this is true length. You can see the actual distance between B and 3 here, so that you can transfer it by measuring it from here to here.